Oh, hey there. Today we're going to be checking out. Why do we check out forms in data labs? What happens if we accidentally leave one checked out? And is there any way to get around making that extra click to check out a form? This is Data Labs Hot Tips. First, let's talk about why we check out forms in Data Labs. Now, because Data Labs is an online application, that means that anybody that has access to our forms at our site can access those forms anytime from anywhere. So in a world without checkout, I might have a form open the same time somebody else does, and they're duplicating my work, or worse, changing it from something I had already entered. Checking out a form in Data Labs essentially locks the form so that nobody else can access it while we have it open until we click the Save button to check it back in. Which leads me to my next topic: what happens if we accidentally leave a form checked out? Okay, so a couple things can happen if you leave a form checked out. For one, no one else can open it while you have it checked out. So, for example, if you've gone on vacation and Amy here can't get a hold of you, she's going to be upset and probably have to get her Data Labs administrator to go in and check your form in for you. And that's never good. Another potential problem you may run into is if you have a form in your study that receives automatic imports from an outside source, such as a lab. That lab data cannot import if your form is checked out. And again, somebody might be upset. Okay, now you might be saying, yeah, but how would I leave a form checked out? Sometimes the way it happens is if you're filling out a form and then you get up to leave your desk for a couple minutes, and then a couple minutes turns into 30 minutes, well, Data Labs will eventually time out. And if Data Labs times out while you have a form that is not saved, you will lose all the data on the form, and the form will remain in a checked out state. So one way to guard against that is to make sure you click Save whenever you leave your system. Now, Data Labs is usually pretty good about letting you know that you've left your forms checked out as you're navigating around in the system. Okay, so if I'm filling out this adverse events form and I'm coming to the end and I come over here and I click the OK button to collapse my row, I might forget that I'm supposed to click Save. So if I came up here and tried to leave the form, the system would tell me that the form is still checked out and give me the option to go back to CRF and then click Save and Close. Okay, so you might be thinking, well, that's all well and good, but I don't want to click Checkout every single time I open a form. Well, I do have an option for you. If you follow me to the User Preferences screen, we can get there by clicking this drop-down menu called the Admin menu. Ding. And then we click the User Preferences option. We will be on the User Preferences screen. Now on this screen, we have an option here in the middle called CRF Auto Checkout. If we check this box and then click Save, every time we open a form now, it will open ready to enter data. And here's what that looks like in the system. If I open this electrocardiogram form, the form is ready to be edited. I can enter data without clicking the checkout button. Okay, so while using auto checkout is great and we're going to save a lot of clicks, I will caution you in this one area. Now, if you're using auto checkout and you go to leave a form without saving it, you'll remember before the system issued a message that told us we were leaving a form checked out. If you're using auto checkout, that message will not appear. Right? So there is one way to make sure that you will always have your forms checked in before you leave the system, and that's by making sure that you click the logout link every time you leave Data Labs. Okay, so in this example, I have auto checkout turned on. I'm going to finish up this EKG form. I'm not going to save the form, but I'm going to come up to the top of the form and click the patient link, and it's going to let me leave the form without giving me the message. Now, it's important to note that I lost all of the data that I entered on that form because I didn't click the Save button before I left the screen. So right now I have a blank form in a checked out state. But if I always remember to click the logout link, the system will tell me, wait, before you leave, you have a form checked out. If you click Cancel, we can check it back in. So I'll click the Cancel button. It takes me to the Data Labs inbox. I'm going to click on the Work Queue folder, And we can see here my form that's checked out. It's underlined. I just need to check the box and click the undo checkout button. And that will check my form back into the system. And now I'll click log out. And that's how you do it. Well, I hope this Data Labs hot tip has you ready to check out some of these options in the system. Myself, I'm going to go check out some of these scones. Thanks for watching.